Hey there, Doc. Dr. Scott Doherty from Chiro Launch coming to you from Stamford, Connecticut today. Not exactly the most beautiful setting. Decided to do it in the hotel room. It's just too cold outside for me to do a video and show you any of Stamford. So if you don't know, Stamford's a little north of New York City here. And I'm out here doing another on-site, and again wanted to share the information that I'm learning and what's holding this particular doctor back. This doctor is a simple case. I should say simple. Yeah, simple. Not exactly easy. It's going to be a hard change for her, but simple to fix. This doc, quite frankly, just stopped making recommendations. Her reported findings became, hey, let's just see a couple times and see how it goes. And obviously every patient that hears that just sees you a couple times and sees how it goes and typically disappears. So it's amazing to me that I actually see this a lot. And if you're one of these people, hopefully this kind of hits home for you, that was making recommendations, and she was as well. A couple of years ago, she'd tell people, what her recommendations were. And as you know from me, I don't care what those recommendations are as long as there are recommendations. And she just stopped somewhere along the way. And the feeling I get from her, and I've heard this numerous times, is that somebody, one, maybe two people, didn't like her recommendations. Not necessarily stormed off, but just heard it and was turned off by it and left, and she held that tightly and didn't let go of it, and then therefore just started reducing her recommendations for every patient. So what she tried to do was cater to that one or two people who left. So she took her recommendations from a full case plan down to next to nothing, just trying to make that one or two people who you couldn't make happy anyway. And whenever you do that, you lose everybody else. So what I typically say is that 80% of your clients are going to take your recommendation no matter what it is. They came to you for help. They want your help. They want your recommendation. And 80% of the people will follow it, at least most of it. So if you start catering to those 20% or less who don't want what you have anyway, you're going to take those 80% who do what you want and shrink what they're willing to do with you, which is obviously not good for them because they're not getting the care they deserve, not good for you because it's not good for your business and your profitability. So again, recommendations-wise, you don't have to recommend a year's worth of care, 2 years worth of care. That's not what I'm saying. Recommend what you believe in, what's in your heart. So if you're a pain relief only doctor, that still might be 6-8 visits. But if you're that way and people only get 2 visits, you're losing 80% of your business right there. You still got to recommend that 6 or 8. If you're somewhat of a rehabilitation doctor, then 18 to 36 might be more of your recommendations. So make sure you figure out in your mind what you actually think your average patient needs and recommend that to everybody, and let people make their own decisions. And if a couple people walk out, that's fine. If you still take those 80% and turn them from, let's see how it goes, and they get 2 to 4 visits, and turn them into 12, 16, 18, 36, depending on what you recommend, you've just exponentially increased your business. So we're going to fix that with her today. Starting next week, she's going to be rocking and rolling with every new patient that she has, just making her recommendations and letting the chips fall where they may. So I recommend the same to you. Figure out in your mind what you really believe your average new patient needs, length of care, how you want to develop a patient, and again, whether it's pain relief, rehab-based, full corrective care, wellness care, whatever it is, and present that to them. Let them make their choices from there. Trust me, your business is going to expand quite a bit. The other important part of that is when somebody tells you no, let it go. Detach yourself from that. That's probably the most important part of it. Don't shrink your recommendations to try to meet them. Make your best recommendation to everybody. Let them fall where they may. So that's my advice for today. Got a little bit of travel coming up here, so make sure you check out my schedule. And if I'm in town, I'd love to work with you. It's time to check out, so hotel's calling. Anyways, have a great day.